Are you close to the train? That is an option. You know, our train station's right there. But I worked out our studios are like so I'm super excited. No, it feels like they're always just yeah. Good. Yeah, I actually. It should be said if you want to chat for you. I appreciate it. I just did it, so if you want to chat.
Oh, it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for being so communicative. Oh, yeah, it looks like I have passed it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. to also be positioned at the top of your nose. It's not always block underneath your hips. Your hips higher. Let's take backs of your hands to the tops of your hands. Close your eyes. So consider your chest up so that your shoulders are over your hips. Consciously let your shoulders drop and relax. And without changing your breath, start to notice it. Just follow your inhale and exhale. And so the longer that we sit trying to stay focused on your breath, the more likely it is you'll have thoughts pop up. If you do, it's okay. It's completely natural for that to happen. It's the job of your human mind to think. Just notice when it happens, when it does. Try to drop the thoughts and bring your attention back to your breath. And so do that as many times as you need to stay focused on your breath. And then let's start to breathe a little bit deeper, a little bit longer, a little bit slower. We'll find a rhythm between inhale and exhale. So count your next inhale and match your exhale. So we want this breath to match in both duration and intensity so that it isn't a soft inhale and a really hard forced exhale. And then also think about your breath being like a circle. So you don't hold at the top of your inhale or at the bottom of your exhale, but your inhale is just one side of the circle and your exhale is the other side. So there's just this continuous, even, smooth flow from one to the other. So in ashtanga, we take this breath pattern just a step further by constricting the glottis at the back of your throat. So open up your mouth and make the ha sound like you are fogging up a mirror. And so feel the constriction at the back of your throat. Try to hold the constriction, but close your mouth. So breathe in and out through your nose over the constriction. So this gives your breath a resonance. It sounds somewhat like a so on the inhale and a ha on your exhale. And this is Ujjayi Pranayama. So this is the breath pattern you'll try to continue throughout the practice. You should be able to hear your breath ring in your ears on both your inhale and your exhale. So if at any point you start to feel overwhelmed, you can drop the constriction and just step back to that even metered breath. So in Ashtanga, there's 3 tools we use to keep us focused throughout the practice. Collectively, they're called the Tristana. The first part is the breath. Second part are the bandhas, or energetic locks in your body. The first one is at the base of your spine, corresponding with your pelvic floor. It's Mula Bandha, or your root lock. Essentially, it is the inward and upward contraction of your pelvic floor. Ladies, it feels much like a Kegel. Guys, it feels somewhat like stopping the flow of urine. Second bandha is Uddiyana Bandha, or your flying up lock. This is the space between your hip bones, the pointy parts of your hip bones. It feels as if you were pulling those bones together to a center spot and then anchoring that center spot straight back towards your spine. So it's the engagement of your low belly. It's well below your diaphragm. It should not interfere with your breath. And then there's a third bandha. It's called Jalandhara Bandha. We only use it in a couple postures, and when we get to those, we'll talk about it there. It makes more sense. And the third tool we use is drishti. And this is translated as your gazing spot. So each posture has one, but the important part about it is just to still your visual attention so that your eyes aren't wandering around and noticing a bunch of things that just aren't important right now, so that you can take your attention and turn it inward. All right, so the practice starts with an invocation. We'll do it in call repeat format. It's in Sanskrit, so don't worry about getting it just right. I'll call out a couple words, you call back what you hear. It starts and ends with an Om, which we'll do together. So bring your palms to heart center. Om. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandar Shita Shvatma Sukha Vabade Nishrayase Jangalikayamane Jangalikayamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantiaye Abahu Purushatkaram Shankar Chikrasi Darinam Sahasra Sirsam Shwetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Oh. Bow your head to your hands and set a dedication or an intention for your practice if you'd like. And that opening chant is just about thanking the teachers that have come before us and thanking the teacher within us. So when you're ready, you can make your way to standing at the top of your mats. Good. So bring your toes and heels together. You can either turn your palms forward and leave your hands by your sides or bring your hands together at heart center. This is just a personal choice. And then go ahead and close your eyes for a second and send your attention down into your feet. So lift your toes up, spread them wide, set them back down again. And then just notice where your weight is. So are you more in your heels and your toes? Does it feel even between your right foot and your left foot? So it's all fine, whatever it is you notice, but let's start to even it out. So take your weight a little bit forward into your toes, then a little bit back into your heels and find the middle spot. And then a little bit more into your right foot and a little bit more into your left foot. And again, find the middle spot. And then as much as you're pressing down into your feet, lift up with the center of your chest. So not your shoulders, but the center of your chest. Good. And so Samasthiti, this posture, is translated as equal balance. And it's not just a posture, it's a call for your attention. It's a reminder to use the Trasana, those three things we talked about. So let's start to see if we can find those. So squeeze your pelvic floor, roll your lower belly back, start to make your breath even, long, and resonant. And then when you open your eyes, just set your gaze right off the tip of your nose, somewhere not moving, nowhere really in particular. Let your eyes stay soft. Good. And on your next inhale, drop your hands, reach them out and overhead, bring your palms together, gaze up. Good. Relax your shoulders. The whole class, they all dropped. Notice if you're still pressing down into your feet. So push the floor away to reach up and make your spine long, not your shoulders, but just the center of your chest. If it feels okay, drop your head back and look all the way up at your hands. Go and squeeze your low belly back. Try to hold it. As you exhale, swan dive your arms, reach them out to the sides and down to the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to take your chest and your thighs together. Good. Pull your low belly back again. Relax your head and your neck. Good. Inhale, everything straightens out. So take your hands to your shins, or if you can reach, you can keep your fingertips on the floor. Good. Straighten out your legs completely. Push back with your hands. Reach the center of your chest through your arms. So look up, even with your eyes. Nice. Exhale, plant your palms down under your shoulders, step back to the top of a high push-up. Feet hips width distance apart, spread your fingers wide. Good. And now if you know how to make your cat back, make your cat back. So not with your head, but just from your shoulder blades and your low belly. So you're pulling your hips to your low ribs, pressing up between your shoulder blades, but keep your shoulders over your wrists. So rock forward, good. Good. Go ahead and drop your knees down for a second. I'm just gonna come up here. So when you find your high plank, push up between your shoulder blades and then pull your hips to your ribs so that you start to round through your lower back. So I don't want you to feel like you have an arch in your back. I don't want you to drop between your shoulder blades, but stay really lifted. So it feels just like, when we do cat and cow, and in fact, if you want, you can take your knees to the floor, make your cat back, and then tuck your toes and send your legs out behind you. That actually might be a good way to do it if you're not sure. Good. Come a little bit forward though. Yes. That might be the way to do it. Good. Keep the back of your neck long. Look in front of your fingertips. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Point your elbows behind you. It's okay to drop to your knees, and it's okay to lower all the way down to the floor. Okay, so go ahead and drop all the way down. So for this one, you need to lead with the center of your chest. So if you can't lower everything down in one line and stay like that, that's okay. Then just lower knees down. And as you exhale, lower halfway. If that feels too hard, then keep going. Go all the way down. So again, here, don't lead with your head. That's very hard. Don't lead with your hips. It's a lot of pressure on your back. And don't try to skip the push-up. So if you skip the push-up and just go straight into the next posture, then you never gain the strength to actually do it. So use one of those modifications. Find the top of your high push-up again. And decide if you're going to try a modification. And as you exhale, lower down halfway. Better. Good. Inhale, push straight up with your arms. Drop your hips, roll over your toes. So tops of your feet and your hands on the floor. Good. Thighs are lifted if you can. Collarbones open. And if it feels okay, look up. If it doesn't feel okay to your neck, just look straight ahead. Good. Squeeze your low belly back. And as you exhale, lead with your hips. Lift your hips up. Push the floor away. Tuck your toes. Good. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Spread your fingers really wide. Right. And so on the first one, you're welcome to pedal out your feet or rock to the knife side edges of your feet or any other little movements that feel good. Start to open up your body. Good. And then when you're ready to find some stillness, set your gaze between your knees. And when you find the seat of the posture, think about the Tristana again, those three things we talked about. So just told you your gaze is between your knees or at your belly button. Squeeze your lower belly, squeeze your pelvic floor. Make your breath even and long. And Hannah, shorten your stance about a foot. Walk your feet in. Yeah, good. Good. Take one more big deep breath. So big inhale, long exhale. Good. Next inhale, look between your hands. Step or hop your feet up to the top of the mat. Come right into half lift. Everything lengthens out. So straight arms, straight legs, straight spine. Look up, push back with your hands. Exhale, fold. Chest to thighs, relax your head. Nice. Inhale, push the floor away. Squeeze your low belly as you come up. Reach your arms out to the sides and over your head. Palms together, gaze up. Exhale, lower your thumbs to heart center, just like we started. Good, that's one. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, reach your arms out and overhead, palms together, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive your arms, fold out and over your legs, hands to the floor. Good, relax your head. And then inhale, straighten everything out. Push back with your hands wherever they are. Exhale, plant your palms down, find the top of that high push-up. Make your cat back. Keep the back of your neck long. And on your exhale, lower down halfway. Nice. Inhale, nice, Hannah. Push up, drop your hips, lift your chest. Good, take the back bend. Exhale, hips up and back. Good, squeeze your belly. If your legs are straight, squeeze your quads. Find your pelvic floor. Long, deep breaths. Good. For 3. 2. Try to breathe into your side ribs and your back ribs. One more big deep breath. And inhale, look between your hands. Step or hop your feet up. Right into half lift. Everything lengthens. Look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Relax your head. Good. Inhale, push the floor away. Sweep your arms out to the sides and over your head. Palms together, gaze up. Exhale, draw your thumbs down to heart center. And inhale, reach your arms out and overhead. Palms together, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive. Fold to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Everything lengthens. Look up. Exhale, plant your palms. Step or hop back. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Good. Inhale, push up. Drop your hips. Lift your chest. Exhale, hips up and back. Good. So see how quickly you can pull together those 3 points of focus. Look between your knees. Breath even and long and resonant. Use your pelvic floor and your low belly. Try to stay with all 3 things for 3. 2. 1. Inhale, look between your hands, step or hop up, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, palms together, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti, thumbs to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, everything lengthens. Exhale, plant your palms, take it back, lower down halfway. Inhale, push up, drop your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, hips up and back. Good, breathe. 5. Think about those 3 points of focus. 4. 3, spread your fingers wide, press your whole hand flat. 2. 1. Inhale brings you forward, right into your half lift. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs, relax your head. Inhale all the way up, palms together, gaze up. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Good. Let's take the last one on your own. We'll meet up in downward facing dog together. Don't worry if you forget a part. Good. Hold here. 3 points of focus. Breath, pelvic floor, low belly, gaze. Good for 3. Big deep breaths. 2. Squeeze your pelvic floor and your low belly again. 1 more big deep breath. Good. Inhale, look between your hands. Finish it out on your own. Really nice. We'll move on. Surya Namaskar B in a second. All right, step to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Again, it starts in Samasthiti, so toes and heels together, hands at heart center or by your sides. As you sink your back, sit on a bowl. Sit your weight into your heel, arms over your head. So sink your weight even more. Stick your butt out. A little bit more. A little bit more, guys. You're never gonna find that stool. Good. Exhale, fold, palms to the floor. Good. All this is the same. Inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back, lower down halfway. Keep the back of your neck long. Good. Inhale, push up, drop your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips up and back. Here's where we change again. As you inhale, spin your left foot flat, step your right foot between your hands. So back foot flat, look at your back toes. Make sure that they're facing the top left corner of the mat, and there's a little bit of space between your feet from left to right. So probably move your left foot just a hair over to the left. Yeah, find a bigger angle in your foot. There you go. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep the deep bend in your front knee. And as you inhale, come all the way up. Shoulders over hips, palms together, gaze up. Good. Really nice. Guys look really good. As you exhale, fold forward. Frame your front foot. Step it back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. Let's do that on the other side. As you inhale, spin your right foot flat. So step it a little to the right. Step your left foot between your hands. Good. Push into your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs. Come all the way up. Palms together, gaze up. Good. Make sure your back foot is turned. Your toes are turned towards the top right corner. So there's about a 45-degree angle on your back foot. There you go. There should be no pain or pressure in your back knee. Relax your shoulders. Nice. Exhale, fold forward. Frame your front foot. Step it back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, push up. Good. Exhale, press back. So now pull those 3 points of focus together again. Get control of your breath. Make it long, make it even, make it resonant. Gaze between your knees or at your belly button. Squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your low belly. Let's take 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Good. Inhale, lift between your hands, step or hop your feet up. Come right into half lift. Everything lengthens. Look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, relax your head. Inhale, just like we started, bend your knees, sink your hips back, reach your arms up for Utkatasana. So find the chair with your butt, lift your toes up off the mat. Good. And then as you exhale, hands to heart center, stand all the way up. Really nice. Number 2, bend your knees, sink your hips, reach up on your inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, palms to the mat. Good. Inhale, half lift. Everything lengthens. Look up. Exhale, plant your palms. Step or hop back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, push up. Drop your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, hips up and back. Good. Inhale, left foot spins flat, right foot steps between your hands. Keep inhaling, come all the way up, palms together, gaze up. Good. Exhale all the way down. Step your foot back, lower down. So eventually that's all one exhale. Don't hold your breath though. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. So let's start the other side. So as you inhale, right foot spins flat, left foot steps between your hands. Keep coming up on your inhale. Good. Follow your own exhale all the way down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. Good. It's so good to remember those modifications. If your arms start to get tired, your shoulders start to get tired, it's always okay to take a break if you need to come off your shoulders for a little bit. Otherwise, pull together the Tristana. So long, deep breaths. Squeeze your pelvic floor and your low belly. And 2 more deep breaths. And 1 more. And on your inhale, look between your hands, step or hop your feet up. Come right into half lift, lengthen everything out. Exhale, fold. Good. Bend your knees, sink your hips back, take your weight into your heels, reach your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi, stand up. Number 3, last one. Bend your knees, sink your hips, reach up. Shift your weight back. Good, that's it. Exhale, fold, palms to the mat. Inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back, lower down halfway. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. Good. Inhale, left foot flat, right foot between your hands. Keep following your inhale up. Follow your own exhale all the way down. Step your foot back, lower down halfway. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. And as you inhale, right foot flat, left foot between your hands. Keep inhaling or take 2 breaths to come all the way up. Your exhale takes you down, steps your foot back, lower down. So don't hold your breath, take 2 breaths. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. Good. Try to settle your breath. Try to gather your focus again. Breathe here for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, look forward, step or hop up, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips, reach up, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. On your inhale, step or hop your feet hips width distance apart. Take your hands to your hips. Point your elbows behind you. Inhale, lift the center of your chest, point your tailbone down, and as you exhale, fold forward. Halfway down, reach out and catch your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Before you catch your big toes, let's actually bring your fists together and in between your feet. That's hips width distance. There you go. Now catch your big toes. Good. I know that your knees might be bent and that's okay, but hold your bind and best you can. Reach the center of your chest forward, straighten everything out for half lift. So big inhale as you look up and then exhale, squeeze your belly, fold yourself down. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your head and your neck. Take one more big deep breath here. And again, hold your bind. So just do the best you can. Reach the center of your chest forward, straighten everything out. Inhale as you look up. Exhale, release your bind. Take your hands under the soles of your feet. So tops of your hands to the floor, toes all the way to your wrist creases. So go through the front, yeah. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your toes all the way up to your wrist creases. And then again, try to find your half lift. So fight for it. Reach your chest forward, look up, and exhale. Squeeze your belly, fold yourself down. So push your toes down so that you start to stretch out the backs of your hands. Squeeze your lower belly. Try to move your shoulders away from your ears. Let your head hang really heavy. Good. Take one more deep breath. Good. Again, hold your bind. Inhale, try to find half lift. Everything lengthens. Exhale, release your bind. Take your hands to your hips. Next, inhale, push the floor away, squeeze your belly, come all the way up, just the way we started. Elbows together, look up. Exhale, step your feet together, bring your hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Good. So you might want to come all the way up. As you inhale, step your right foot back towards the back of your mat. Pivot on your heels. So your right toes turn towards the back and your left toes turn towards your belly button. Yeah, both legs are straight. Reach your arms out long like wings. There you go. Reach long over your right leg, right hand down under your knee, left arm up to the sky. Good. Squeeze your quads. Make sure that your back foot is angled in towards your belly button. Yes. And now think about your right hip. Try to scoop it underneath you and then roll your left hip on top. So what we're trying to do here is get your body all in one plane. So if you look down at your front leg, your torso and your front shoulder are all in line. It's not in front. And if you need to, come up higher on your leg to make sure that, you know, if someone dropped 2 panes of glass, nothing would get cut off. And try to relax your top shoulder and look up to your thumb unless that hurts your neck. And so this is called Trikonasana or triangle. And if you can see somebody else, you can probably see lots of triangles through their body. Take one more deep breath. And as you inhale, squeeze your belly, press into your feet, come up through center, just pivot on your heels. So same thing, other side. Turn your left toes in as you pivot. Reach your arms out long as you inhale. Start to shift your hips. So see if you can, that's it. Start to shift your hips. Right, is that left under right? I get all confused with directions. So even before you go anywhere, see if you can start to shift. Bring your left hip under. So you're starting to stack already as you reach. And then left hand down, right arm up. Good. Again, try to relax your shoulders. I know it's tough. It's hard for me too. Good. Breathe here. Remember that breath pattern, even, long, and resonant. Take one more big deep breath. And then as you inhale, push into your feet, come up through center, pivot on your heels so that you face the back of the room. So again, we're going to take a little bit of space between your feet from left to right so that you can bring both of the pointy parts of your hip bones around to face the back of the room. So you can take your hands to those pointy parts if you need to see what they're doing. No pain or pressure in your back knee. And then we'll prep the forward fold. So elbows together, pull your elbows together. It opens the front of your chest. Point your tailbone down. It helps you get long through your spine. Look up. You're just gathering that last bit of length. And as you exhale, lead with the center of your chest. Rock your weight into your front foot. Fold forward. Halfway down, catch your shin, catch the floor or blocks. If you need blocks and you don't have them, just let me know. Good. Now here's the tricky part. Try to roll your shoulder blades together and down your back. And now let your head relax. Yes. Good. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze your quads. Looking really nice, guys. Notice your breath. Then take one more big inhale. Equal exhale. Good. As you inhale, push into the floor with your feet, squeeze your belly, come all the way up through center, turn around to face the front. So both hip bones face the front. Good. Wiggle your back foot out to the right if you need to a little, hands to your hips. Inhale, look up, squeeze your elbows together, open the front side of your body, get really long from hips to armpits. And as you exhale, rock your weight into your front foot, fold forward, lead with your chest, hands down, catch whatever you can grab. It doesn't matter, just have straight legs. Maybe a hair more space when your foot back. Yeah, that might be easier. Good. Good. And then again, try to think about keeping your collarbones open, but let your head and your neck relax. So it's super gentle. Shoulder blades together and down your back. Good. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. As you inhale, push into the floor, squeeze your belly, come all the way up through center. Reach your arms out long like wings. Open up to the long side edge of your mat. And then exhale, step to the top, Samasthiti. Good. Next, inhale, same step out, same pivot on your heels. Take a little bit of a bigger step. So right foot steps out as you inhale, and then just pivot on your heels again. Yep. This time, bend into your front knee. As you exhale, take your forearm to your thigh and your left bicep by your cheek. All right. So turn your back toes in. And again, the same thing's going on in your hips. You're trying to press your bottom hip forward and roll your top hip open. Good. Now this one is a little bit trickier. So rotate. Oh, what? Just let me drag. Okay, there you go. Try to relax your shoulder here. Good. All right, so now we're going to push your bottom hip forward, roll your top hip open. Good. Turn your bottom ribs to face the sky. And then rotate your top arm so that either your palm faces behind you or the floor. This will help you drop your shoulder. Good. Good. Take one more big deep breath. And then inhale, squeeze your belly, press into your feet, come up through center, pivot on your heels. Same thing other side. Bend into your knee, forearm down, right bicep by your cheek. Try to find those spirals again. So your front knee pushes back. Your chest turns up towards the sky, and then your top arm spins back. Exactly. Not rotating it this way. Yeah, that's it. So we're looking to make a long straight line from the outside edge of your foot all the way up to your fingertips. Good. Good. And take one more big deep breath. Good. Inhale, push into your feet, come up through center. We're going to skip that one. So let's step to the top, Samasthiti. Good. Inhale, step out with your right foot. This time, take a little bit longer step again and make the knife side edges of your feet line up with the outside edges of your mat. So this is wide leg forward fold. So it's at least the legs like distance apart. Get a little bit more. Good. Again, we'll prep your forward fold. So hands to your hips, elbows together, chest up, tailbone down. As you exhale, fold forward. Halfway down, take your hands under your shoulders. Good. Let's find half lift. So lift up to your fingertips, drag back with your hands to pull your chest through. Look up. And then as you exhale, walk back either until your palms flatten out, or if they don't flatten, then just stay wherever you need to stay. If you can walk them back, then you're going to keep your hands shoulder width distance apart and bend your elbows so they point behind you. Good. That's it. Yeah. Squeeze your elbows together rather than letting them splay apart wherever you are with it. And then let your head and your neck relax. Good. Squeeze your lower belly and try to notice where your weight is in your feet. You want to be a little bit more toes than heels here so that you can get your sit bones starting to point up to the sky. Take one more big deep breath. Good. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Find that half lift. So fingertips to the floor. Reach your chest through your arms. Really drag back with your fingertips. Exhale, hands to your hips. Next, inhale, push into the floor. Come all the way up. Good. End of your inhale, look up. Squeeze your elbows together. Point your tailbone down. And as you exhale, fold forward again. Keep your hands on your hips this time. Relax your head when you get down as far as you can. Keep squeezing your elbows together, just like they would touch. Good. Try to rock your weight forward again. I know it might make you feel uncomfortable, but that's okay. If you start to fall, your hands will come out and catch you. Good. Squeeze your belly. Keep breathing. And two more. Big inhales, equal exhales. Really nice. Good. Next, inhale, squeeze your low belly, push into the floor, come all the way up. Good. Exhale here. Inhale, reach your arms out wide like wings. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your low back. Bring your palms all the way together. So it's okay to keep your elbows bent if you need to keep your palms together. As you inhale, reach your knuckles for the floor, lift your chest up, point your tailbone down, and exhale, fold forward. Bring your knuckles over your head. Good. Again, squeeze your shoulder blades together here. Nice. Try to rock your weight forward. Your hands will come out and catch you if you start to fall. It's not really that far of a fall either, so. Your yoga mat is a good place to practice being uncomfortable. You usually don't have a whole lot to lose. Squeeze your low belly back. Let's take one more big inhale. So big inhale, even exhale. Nice. Inhale, push into your feet, squeeze your belly, come all the way up through center. Good. Let's get the last one. So inhale, reach your arms out wide like wings. Look to the top of your mat. As you exhale, step up. Really nice. All right. Yeah, we'll do the balance part. So set your gaze out in front of you, somewhere not moving. Stand into your left foot. Before you lift your right foot off the floor, just really start to balance yourself over your left foot. So push down into your left foot and lift up with the center of your chest. Once you feel like you're balanced, and lift your right leg up and take the sole of your foot anywhere along your left inner thigh except your knee. So you can reach down with your hand and place your leg, that's okay. Once your foot finds your leg, press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. So really tight connection. And then bring your hands to heart center. And see if you can take your weight just a hair into your toes rather than your heel. Keep reaching the center of your chest for your thumbs. So try not to sit back, but instead be a little bit more forward with all of this. This will help you balance. Keep pushing down into your foot. If you want to add on, it's up to you. You can reach your arms up. Good. If your hands are separated, spin your palms to face the back of the room. This rotation helps your shoulder blades drop into place. Good. Adding on again would be starting to bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. So maybe you just find that corner, the top middle corner of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Maybe you look all the way up. Maybe you play with closing your eyes. And so any way you add on, anytime you fall out of it, your body learns something about where it is in space. It figures something out about balance, so don't worry if you fall. Good. If you fall, just come right back into it. We need to make a graceful exit out of it. Good, so take one more breath. Really nice. Good. Bring your hands back together and lower your thumbs to heart center. Take your hands to your hips, squeeze your elbows behind you. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Try to get your thigh parallel to the floor. And if your leg is anywhere near parallel, then see if you can change your gaze to look at your toe. If your foot's way down here, you might want to keep your gaze where it is. Hold it here for 3, breathe, don't lean back. Elbows together, 2. One more breath. Give your leg a little lift, set it down. As you set it down, stand into your right foot. Find that balance. So push down to reach up. And then when you're ready, doing this one, left foot finds your right inner thigh. Again, hands to heart center. Push your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. And then when you're ready, you can add on if you want. It's always up to you. Yeah. Try to drop your shoulders. Yes. So all that reaching up that you want to do it with your side body, that space between hips and armpits. Good. And then maybe play with your gaze again. Maybe see what happens if you close your eyes or start to look up. Good. Nice. Good. So again, it's okay if you fall. If you fall, just make your way back into it. We'll take a graceful exit out, like my ballet teacher always said. Bring your hands together, lower your thumbs to heart center. Then separate your hands to your hips, extend your left leg out in front of you. So this is the pose to be determined about. I know you want to give up, but hold it here for 3. Lift your chest between your arms. 2, push down and back with your standing leg. Take one more deep breath. And give your leg a little lift, set it down. Good job. We'll take the standing figure 4. So stand into your left foot, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Hands to heart center. Start to shift your hips back and bend into your standing leg. Bring your forearms to your shin or your fingertips to the floor or to a block. Again, if you need a block, let me know. Need a block? So now I want you to fold forward until you feel a stretch to the outside of your right hip, wherever that is. So you may need to bend your knee more. You may need to straighten your leg more. This one is not about balance, so don't feel like you need to try to hold yourself balanced. You can always come down here and then maybe move your foot up if you need more stretch. Yeah. You feel stretch there? Then you're good. Relax your head though. Let's take a couple more deep breaths. Good, one more. And inhale, reach the center of your chest forward, look up, half lift. Exhale, little bend into your standing leg. Next inhale, bring your hands to heart center, stand all the way up. Stretch your right leg out in front of you, and then set your foot down. Shift your weight over, cross your left ankle. Bend your knees, shift your hips back. Again, find the stretch, so wherever that is for you. And then long, deep breaths. And one more. Oh, and inhale, half lift. Lift up to your fingertips, look up. Exhale, little bend into your standing leg. Next inhale, push the floor away, hands to heart center, come all the way up. Stretch your left leg out, set it down, step to the top of your mat if you're not there already. On your inhale, reach your arms out and overhead, palms together, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive your arms, fold out and over your legs, hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift, lengthen everything out, look up. Exhale, take it back, lower down halfway. Inhale, push up, drop your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, hips up and back. And on your inhale, look between your hands, step or hop through to a seat. Okay, that works. Bring your legs out in front of you. So sit on your butt, extend your legs out to the front of the mat. Flex your feet so much that your heels come up off the mat, and then spread your toes wide. And take your hands by your hips and point your fingertips forward. And straighten out your arms. Good. Make your body like the letter L. There you go. Exactly. So chest up. And then make the back of your neck long and tuck your chin just a little. Don't drop your whole head forward. Keep your ears in line with your shoulders. So it's like you kind of tuck and then press back, like you were pressing your head into the back of the wall, or into the wall, not the back of the wall. Good. So this is Dandasana. It's our first seated posture. It's an important posture because we use all three bandhas. So squeeze your pelvic floor, roll your lower belly back, and then as you tuck your chin like that, you add a little bit more constriction to your throat, and that's Jalandhara Bandha, that third one we talked about. So see if you can try, just for another breath or two, hold all three bandhas at the same time while you breathe. So you're holding your energy in your torso, not your breath. Your breath is still moving. It should take quite a bit of your concentration to hold all three. Try one more time. So pelvic floor, low belly, chin. Take one big inhale. Long exhale. Good. Inhale, lift the center of your chest and your chin. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. Reach out and catch your big toes just like you did when you were standing. It's okay to bend your knees as much as you need to. So take your first finger and second finger in between your first two toes. Let your wrists face each other. And turn your, yes. Really nice, guys. Squeeze your low belly. Relax your head. Yeah. And try to keep rolling your low belly back towards your spine. So remember, that's the space between your hip bones. Okay, let's take one more big deep breath here. And hold your bind. Find half lift. So that means everything lengthens out best you can. So straight arms, best straight legs you got. Reach the center of your chest through your spine, through your arms. Look up. Good. And then exhale, release your bind. Let's do the next one. So hands over the soles of your feet, just like when you were standing. Toes all the way to your wrist creases. Good. Exhale, fold in again. Roll your low belly back. You can take your chest all the way to your thighs. You can bend your knees and take your chest all the way to your thighs. Or if you want to keep your legs straight, then press your thighs down into the floor. Good. Take one more big deep breath here. Breathe into your back ribs and your side ribs. Good. And then holding your bind, inhale, best half lift you've got. Everything lengthens out. Exhale, release your bind. Let's just take your hands 6 to 8 inches behind your low back. Point your fingertips forward. Good. And everybody know what your sit bones are? Bones you'd feel if you're on a bicycle seat. Try to tilt to the front edge. So arch into your lower back. Maybe take your hands back a little bit more so you can lean back. Yes. Press your thighs down, lift your chest up and drop your head back. Take your hands back a little bit more, Hannah, and then do what you just did in your pelvis again. Yes, good. So you can stay right here, or if you want, you can press into your hands, lift your hips up and bring the soles of your feet flat. Yeah. Good. Try to roll your feet flat. So you have to lift yourself up and a little bit forward. Straight arms, straight legs. Lift your hips up, squeeze your glutes. I know it's a beast of a posture. And as you exhale, lower yourself down. Nice. Looks really good. All right, let's take the half vinyasa. So pull your knees into your chest. Cross at your ankles. Squeeze them in as tight as you can. Reach your arms forward, flex your palms. Take your hands straight down. Reach your arms out. Take your hands straight down. There you go. Now inhale, lift your hips up and behind you, rock your weight forward. Best you got. Set yourself down, roll over your knees, plant your palms, step or hop back. From there, you lower down halfway. So when we break it into 2 points like that, or 2 parts like that, you build the strength to eventually lift yourself up and take the whole thing back in one breath. I can't demonstrate that for you. Maybe one day. All right. As you inhale, look between your hands, step or hop through to a seat. And let's take Janu Shasana A. So this looks just like tree pose, but on the floor. So left leg extended out towards the front of your mat, sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Pointy parts of your hip bone both face the front side of your mat. Inhale, lift your chest up. Start to square your torso over your left leg. That means that your nose lines up with your first 2 toes. And then as you exhale, fold forward, reach out and catch whatever you can grab. Again, your 2 choices with your leg is either bend your left knee all the way into your chest or press your left thigh down into the floor. Squeeze your low belly back wherever you are with your leg. Let your head and your neck relax. Perfect. Long, deep breaths. Good. Keep breathing. Take one more deep breath. On your inhale, hold whatever bind you have. Try to straighten everything out. Half lift, look up, big inhale. Exhale, releases your bind. Then take that half vinyasa. So pull your knees into your chest. Plant your palms down. Inhale, lift up. Yes, exhale, set yourself down, roll over your knees, step or hop back. Nice. Ooh, you look real close, Hannah. Good. When you're ready, hop through. Let's do the other side. So as you jump through, extend your right leg, sole of your left foot to your inner thigh. Both hip bones face the front. Inhale, lift your chest, start to square over your right leg, and exhale, fold forward. Again, just catch whatever you can grab. Bend your knee or press your thigh down. Squeeze your belly back. Good. Long, deep breaths. Good. Take one more big deep breath. Good. Inhale, reach the center of your chest forward, straighten everything out with that. Exhale, release your binds. Good. Take your half vinyasa. Pull your knees into your chest. Plant your palms down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, set yourself down. Yes. Roll over your knees. Step or hop back. Good. Lower down halfway. Inhale, take the back bend. Exhale, hips up and back. All right, let's hop through. Now I want you to find the back edge of your sit bones. So start by bending your knees and bringing your toes to the floor. So back edge of your sit bones, this is your sacrum. Stay up here. So don't sit on your sacrum. That's not what it's made for. Don't hold your legs. So you can have your toes down. You can have your feet flat if you need to. If you can lift up here. Eventually, we're going to straighten out your legs and bring your toes to eye level. If you take one of these further modifications or extensions, whatever, and you roll back onto your sacrum, it's just too far today. So back up. Whatever you can hold, keep your chest open. Take another deep breath, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then practice that lift. Cross your shins, plant your palms down. Inhale up. Exhale, set yourself down. Number 2, right back into it. For 5, good. 4, nice. 3, good. 2, 1. Inhale, hands down, hips up, lift up. It's okay if your feet don't come up, just don't push into them. Number 3, right back into it. For 5, yes. 4, 3, use a modification if you need it. 2, 1. Inhale, hands down, hips up. Exhale, number 4. You can do it. Come on, for 5. 4, promise you can do it. Just use the modification. 3, so if you have your toes down, just lean back a little bit. Don't sink, but lean back. 1, inhale, lift. Exhale, last one. You don't have to do any more after this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift. Exhale, set yourself down. Take the vinyasa. So roll, step or hop back. You can hold your upward facing dog this time. You can drop your thighs down to the floor and let the front side of your body stretch out. Whenever you're ready, make your way into downward facing dog. Good. Yeah, let's hop through and do Baddha Konasana. So hop through to a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop apart. As you inhale, lift the center of your chest up. And as you exhale, fold forward. So you can catch the tops of your feet and point your elbows behind you. And if that feels like it's holding you from folding forward, then just take your hands wherever they need to be. Good. So again, try to stay open through your collarbones as you fold forward. Squeeze your low belly back. There we go. And relax your head. Beautiful. Take one more big deep breath. Good. And then inhale, roll up through your spine. It's your choice. You can take that half vinyasa and come through to lying on your back, or you can just unwind your legs and lay down. As you lay down, bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the mat, feet hips width distance apart. Reach down, you could just about touch your heels with your fingertips. And as you inhale, push into the floor with your feet. Lift your hips up, interlace your fingers behind your low back. Rock from side to side a little. Try to bring your upper outer shoulder underneath you. Good. Push down into your arms, push down and away with your feet. Take just a hair more space between your feet. Good. And squeeze your glutes. When you squeeze your glutes, find your pelvic floor. Keep letting the center of your chest lift up towards your chin. Nice. Take one more big deep breath here. Good. And as you exhale, release your bind, gently roll yourself down. You can stay with this back bend. We're going to do 2 more. You can plant your palms by your ears and press into both your hands and your feet. Your choice. Inhale, lift up. 5. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your pelvic floor. Breathe. Good. 3. Big deep breaths. And push into your upper arms. 1 more. And exhale, release your bind, roll yourself down. Good. Take an inhale and an exhale. And on your next inhale, lift up for your last back bend of your choice. So inhale up. And for 5. Nice. Good. Push with your feet. 4. Good. 3. Big deep breaths. 2. 1. Good. Release your bind. Roll yourself down. Really nice. Pull your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side. Good. And then let's see if you can rock up and down the length of your spine and eventually take your feet over your head like you were doing a somersault. So as your hips come up, catch your low back, let your feet come towards the floor. So if you try this and it doesn't work for you, then rock up and take a full fold. Otherwise, stay here. So feet to the floor. Good. If at any point you've had enough on your neck, you can roll yourself down. We're going to use this as our counter posture to the back bend tonight. Yabi Halasana. Yeah. Good. Think about those lower 2 bandhas here. So squeeze your pelvic floor, roll your lower belly back. Take a couple more deep breaths. Okay. If your toes touch the floor, see if you can point them. Take one more big deep breath here. And start to release your low back and let yourself roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. You can use your hands to slow you down. Really nice. Good. As you get all the way down, take your time. Just pull your right knee into your chest. Give it a good squeeze. Stretch your left leg out long. And then as you exhale, drop all the way over to the left and look to the right. So right arm reaches out, drop your right shoulder back down. Good. So here we want your low back to start to feel like it's releasing and relaxing. So if this doesn't feel relaxing, then come out of the twist a little bit, squeeze your low belly a little bit harder. Good. 1 more big deep breath. And then let your inhale bring you back up through center and switch out legs. So right leg reaches long, left knee pulls in. It's cold in here. Squeeze it in first and then drop over to the right, all the way onto the outside of your right hip. Look to the left. Good. 1 more big deep breath. And then let your inhale bring you back up through center. Pull both knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. Squeeze everything together. So this time, take your eyes all the way up to your knees and make yourself into a tight, tight, tight little ball. Squeeze it in tight. And then as you exhale, let it go. Reach your legs out long. Take the mats with distance apart. Let your toes drop out to the sides. And turn your palms up. Move your arms as far away from your body as it feels good to you. So take up as much space as you want. And then on your next exhale, really sink back into the floor. Let everything relax. Let go of your breath. So see if you can drop your eyes heavy into your head. And drop your head a little heavier to the floor. And see if you can relax your shoulders and let them lay really flat. And then check in with your glutes, see if you need to release them. And just let your legs get really heavy. And so as your breath returns back to its natural rhythm, try to keep allowing your body to get heavier and heavier. And so maybe as you do, your awareness can start to get a little bit light. Maybe just hover right above your body. And so if that happens, just let it happen. And if you find that you're being distracted by thoughts, and maybe just turn your attention back to that heaviness of your body when you notice that you're thinking. And try to focus on that sensation instead. So just for the next few minutes, try not to get attached to your thoughts as they pop up. And gently start to bring your awareness back into your body. Deepen your inhales and exhales. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle ankles and wrists. When you're ready, reach your arms out overhead. Stretch long from fingertips to toes. And pull your knees into your chest. Give them one last squeeze. And then as you're ready, rock to your right or to your left and press up to a seat. If you set an intention before, bring that back to mind. Bring your palms to heart center, close your eyes. We'll end with a closing chant, call, repeat. Om. Swasti Prajabhaya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahi Mahi Shaha Go Brahmin Bhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samasaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you live with ease. Namaste. Thanks for coming out. Let me know if you have questions or comments. Thank you. You need to be louder. You need to be louder. Yeah, you better start practicing right now. Gabby, glad you made it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, of course. See you
Right
tomorrow.
on. Okay, love you. Bye.